so we can get that. So, like I was saying, I don't know where you guys saw last, so I'm gonna just go over the slide again. So we do the recognition for the purpose of acknowledging hard work, celebrating success, and celebrating the impact on other people's lives. So if we look at who is eligible, let me just see somebody is not muted again. Um, okay. So who is eligible to get these incentives? It's people that are fully paid up members of the Eagle team. You must be on the call until the end. And remember that if you're not registered with the Eagle team, which is just 70 Rand a year, it's actually 60 Rand renewal, then you don't qualify for these cash incentives as well. Now we've got a retail challenge, and the way that this works is for 3 months now. The last one was October, November, December. You need to at least bring one person into the business and make as many sales as you can, and then you'll stand a chance to be on the left there at one of those positions and make that amount of money. That money will be extra incentives thanks to Charlie and Alta Bolton from the Eagle team. And the winners this year, we had Rinaldi and Stacey Lee Williams. They are a winner of 750 Rand. They are number four winners this quarter. So well done to you guys. We've got David and Judy Hendricks, also number four winner. I think this is are they director level? I just need to double check who were the other
That's
winners
right,
as well.
Russell.
Thanks, Hazel. Hazel, just stay on with me
Yes.
just to give me that other information because I don't have slides for
Yeah.
all the people. Then myself and Chantal, number three
Okay.
winners. That is not a bad amount. Thank you very much to the Eagle team for that. Alan and Christine, what are they also director level? Not yet. Um,
No.
so that
No.
is 1,500 Rand, number two winners there. Lots of money being given away. Coolsome hitting the number one spot with 1,750. So that's not bad, just as an extra incentive over and above everything else that you've already made. Um, oh, that note about Judy was already mentioned. And then um, just a special mention for Lizette as well, who made it first in the directors retail challenge. So they've split it between the directors and below as two separate competitions, and Lizette has won from the director side. So well done to Lizette, who gets 1750 from the Eagle team as well. So we'll go into a lucky draw later on where we've got the people on screen who've sponsored somebody in these 3 months. They'll go into a lucky draw for a rich revitalizing shampoo. We'll come back to these slides as we do it. The most guests on the call today. Let's look at who's actually got guests on the call today. You guys can just put it on the chat if you've got a guest on the call. Thanks for Isa for that comment. Anybody with guests on the call? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're forfeiting that one. Um, First time distributors. Anybody on the call for the first time at the rally?
Russell,
Yes.
Tunisia.
Hi,
I
Denise.
have seen on the chat, I've got Michaela Meyer with me.
Okay, so I think you basically default winner of that then. So well done to you, Denise. Remember, you need to get that from Hazel. That will be your responsibility to remember. Otherwise, that will be forfeited as well, and Hazel will give it to someone else. Yeah, Charles says it will go to him. The first time distributors on the call. If you are on the call today for the first time, just put your name in the chat. We'll pick up on that later on when we do the actual draw. The early bird draw as well. We've got a list of people. I think it was 1 minute past 2 that we took the list because we were running late a bit ourselves as well. So the winner will get a bottle of enriching conditioner for those people with hair. And then we've got the 20 Rand cash incentive, which is from the Wilson team side. People on screen, they have done 100 personal PV or more. So every product that we've got has points attached to it. If you personal use or make a sale, that points gets added up, and these guys have done 100 PV or more. Um, just want to double check where that sound is coming from. I can't tell. In any case, let's try and work with it. Then the 50 Rand cash incentive, people on screen for that. That is when you've done 100 personal PV over 250 qualifying PV. which is basically you doing 100 and your entire team, including yours, is 250. We'll go over the technicalities of that in future trainings. Then 100 Rand for people on screen. Remember, you must be on the call to receive these. So Hazel will basically be checking on the participants list to see if you qualify for this cash incentive by firstly having done the what's on screen, but also being on the call till the end. And then we've got the Eagle Team Savings Club. Hazel, do you want to just explain quickly what the Savings Club is, and then we can carry on with the slides?
Okay, so the savings club is an incentive that Charlie started years ago, where when you do 100 PV over 500, okay, you get a 50 Rand. So if you do even 100 over 1,000 Rand, you still get 50 Rand, right? When you do more than 500 and more, you get 70 Rand. And then with 50, you need to add another 50. And when it's 70 Rand, you need to add 70 to it and save it, okay? And that money you cannot use. And then, of course, if you are a qualified director, you get 100 Rand from your qualified director. Remember, it must be the qualified director will pay out that, and you would then add another 100, and you save that money every month. The big thing is that you may not touch that money. It is just there for, Charlie says the big thing is that we don't learn to save. So that is something that he did so that we could learn how to start saving. Thank you very much, Russell.
Awesome, thanks for that, Hazel. So the winners of the 50 Rand Savings Club, so you get 50 Rand from your upline director, but you put 50 Rand in that special account yourself. People on screen have done 100 over 500 qualifying. And then we've got the people on screen now, 70 Rand for 500 personal PV and above. Then we've got the Eagle Team Savings Club for 100 personal over 4,000 qualifying PV. So we've got our directors qualifying there. And then we've got a senior manager, qualified senior manager cash incentive, which is 200 Rand. That is for 100 over 1,000. By the way, if you guys want to know what that means, then you'll speak to your upline and they'll do a specialized training explaining what the personal and qualifying and group PV is. But you can also look in your distributor price list. On the first page, you'll see the explanation there as well. Then the 400 Rand incentive is 100 over 2,000 to Christine, Allen, Coulson. Well done to you guys. This is paid by Charlie and Alta. We've got 400 Rand for 100 over 4,000. Again, our directors doing us proud there. Also paid by Charlie and Alta. And then again, 400 Rand for qualifying Emerald directors. That's 100 over 4,000. And then Mary Lisa's already spoken about this. This is the Sun City incentive. This is for qualifying Emerald directors, and it will be happening in March 2022. So if you're interested in that, speak to your upline, and we can give you more information there as well. Then we've got a 3 in 30 incentive as well. This is an extra 150 Rand on top of everything else that you're making. And this is if you sponsored 3 new distributors in your team. One of the 3 new distributors in your team must have been personally sponsored by you, and each of them must have at least done that minimum 100 personal PV that I spoke about in the compensation plan for that month. So well done to Judy and David, Christine and Alan. You guys get that extra cash incentive as well. So remember that all of the money that has been given away now, this is all over and above what the distributors get from Neolife as a distributor in profits and bonuses. So every upline must also remember to collect their gift or incentives before the next rally, right? So there is an expiry date to these winnings. So well done to everybody, and we'll move now to the final session. which I'm gonna just double check what that is, because now I'm at a totally different place. Evaluation. Have you not done yet? Okay, are you doing that? Okay, so let me just switch my video off here.
I can't hear, but I mean, I can speak. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. All right, you all
Hi,
muted, so
Charles.
thank
Hi,
you.
Charles.
Hallo
Okay,
Charles.
okay, Melody. I know any guys gonna.
Hallo Charles. Adi.
All right, I've got this book is called The Apple Principle. Apple stands for attitude, prepare, perform, learn, and evaluate. And I just want to, close off by doing something on evaluating. All right, in our business. And this is what the author says. He says, early in my network marketing business, I was in a slump. I had gone 4 weeks in a row without anyone wanting to join the business or even try the products, he says. What I should have done at that point, which seems obvious now, was stop and evaluate the issue by asking myself some questions. How many people have I talked to? Am I keeping it simple? Am I performing the fundamental five, which is your attitude, prepare, perform, learn? Now, the fundamental, he's got FUN in capital N. You got to make this business fun. All right. So, fundamental. It's not somebody's surname. Am I being consistent? And these are all great questions that would have saved them, a lot of time. Sometimes we go through a lot of stress unnecessarily, headaches and stress, and when it comes to month end, pushing to take that step. But instead, he says, I realize if I keep on doing what I've been doing all along and think that things are going to change, I'm just fooling myself. In fact, some clever guys said that's insanity. Um, we have been told, don't quit, keep doing it, keep moving. He says, can I give you some personal experience and advice? If you're moving in the wrong direction, you got to quit. If you're not, if you're working and you're not seeing any results, if you're swinging and missing, shooting and not scoring, you got to stop and evaluate. So that's key to this business. Set aside time to ask yourself these questions. What am I doing that's working? What am I doing that's not working? What can I do to improve? You've got to have daily reflections. Take 20 minutes at the end of every day. He says, I have a routine that I go through. I call it my finish strong routine. First, I take a handful of minutes to review what did and didn't work that day. What haven't I done that day? Next, I review my schedule for the next day, adding the carryover items that didn't get done today and making any necessary adjustments. Last, I read a few more pages of a good book. You got to feed yourself. There's 3 success habits to this business. The last one is personal development. So, did I take all of the bites of the apple principle? All 5 bites? Did I perform the fundamental 5? Did I add value to the people that I engage with? So it's important, that you take time and evaluate. And stop doing the things that are holding you back, like John Mason, the author of the book that says it's titled Let Go of Whatever Makes You Stop. So, whatever makes you stop, whatever is impeding your momentum, let go of that. Evaluate. Who's speaking in your life? Who's giving you advice? If the person who's advising you is not where you want to be, just say thank you, but no thanks. Stop and evaluate. I pray that you have a very good month, and the start of 2022 will be the launch pad for you into success. God bless you. It's nice chatting to you. Over to Russell.
Thank you very much. I'll go into our final session, which is a video before we close. But before we do that, let us do our lucky draw quickly. So let's see what we've got on here. Good presentations. Congratulations to the winners. Thanks for that, Chantal. So, Margaret, we're going to mute you quickly. Let me just get out of this and back into our recognition slides. So the first up, we're going to do the early bird draw. That was the first draw we've got to do. And the early bird draw is basically, like we said, for people who were, I think it was 1 minute past 2 on the call still. So you guys are getting lucky. Normally you do it at about 5:02. And I'm just going to share my screen now so that we can go to share sound as well, because I think there is some sound on there. Let me just go with names.com. So we use a website called wheelofnames.com just to make it fair, so you guys don't think we are putting only one name in a hat 10 times. We'll paste them all on here. And this is go to full screen, the early bird draw. And just to recap what that was, oops, exit full screen quickly. The early bird draw was for, these things are, okay, that was the bottle of enriching conditioner. So let's see who wins that. Okay, well done to Peter Johannesson for winning that. We'll move on to the next draw. Let's hope that this thing doesn't buffer the whole time. The lucky draw for Downline Sponsored. So I'm going to try something I didn't do before and just copy and paste it straight out of here. We hope everybody on that list
Russell, that was for this month, eh? Not 3 months. That was for this month.
So is it not this list? This is the right list though, eh? Hazel? Hazel?
Yeah, you're right. But it's for this month. People sponsored this month. No,
So who on
I
this
mean,
list didn't sponsor this month then? Your internet, I think, is
no, it's
breaking up.
right. The said for 3 months.
Oh, did I say that? Okay, no, sorry about that. So it's just for this month.
You said for 3 months. Yeah, it's
Apologies
not
for
3
that.
months.
Yes.
It's December.
Okay, so
Thank
this
you.
was for December. Yeah, otherwise people are gonna have a issue with not being on the in the draw. And David and Julie, move it down, move it down. So David and Julie, well done. You guys get some conditioner because you guys do have hair. Sorry, that was the shampoo at least. Same story. The most guests today we've already got, is it Christine? That's one that by default, eh? If I've got my facts straight. Christine, that's got first time distributors in. No, that was first time distributors. It was Denise that's got the guest on. So well done to Denise. for the
Yeah.
bottle of PCC. And then we've got a lucky draw then for the first time distributors and guests. So we'll have these guys. Let's see how I can do this now. Let's go on Notepad. Oops. Hey, out of the way. Um, okay, I'll have to do this manually. So we've got Margaret, Peter, Desiree, oops, Desiree, Olivia, and Rita. And then Denise, what did you say your guest's name was?
Michaela Meyer.
Michaela. I'm just gonna guess that it's spelled like that. Apologies if it's wrong, but you'll still get your gift. And the gift will basically be your refreshing bath and shower gel. So let's have a look at that. If anybody else needs to add a guest or a first-time distributor, now's your
You,
chance.
you, Russell, I don't
Yes.
see Mylan. Mylan, she's a
Thank you.
new distributor and the first time on.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Mylan Lucas. Mm.
Okay, no, it's fine. I've just got first names. Nobody else? 3, 2, 1. Forever hold your peace. Good luck to the winner. So the second time now that we've had someone win 2 different things, eh? So well done to Peter. Yeah, that was the refreshing bath and shower gel. So it's got shampoo and bath and shower gel. That's awesome. The early bird we've done already now, eh? We did that already.
Yes.
Okay, so well done to everybody. Lost track of which draw we've done there. Just trying to get through everything else here. Let's stop the screen share and go back to this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play a video, and that will basically see us out of the rally. So thank you very much to everybody who's come on, and we'll do a debriefing with the leaders afterwards. So for another one, Peter, yes, well done, Christine, to Peter as well. I need to share Telegram. I'm going to share, I'm going to share that. Actually, not that. I need this one. Then we'll move on there, and people talking money in the background here. um, just wait for this to load quickly so we can play that video clip. Thanks. While it's playing, while it's loading. There we go. Okay, so we've got this link. I'm going to play the video now. It's not too long a video, so thank you very much, guys. We'll close the video, the recording after the video is done.
What's up, it's Jad T. Jones, and today I'm going to show you how I think of consistency and how consistency creates success. So the way we're going to explain this is this is you, and you're at a water pump, and this is the bucket. So we want to be successful, so we want to fill our bucket with success. So how do we do this? Well, most people say we need to work hard. Now, it's true, we do need to work hard, but hard work isn't enough. I'm sure you've worked hard at something and yet still failed. So, what's the secret ingredient to guarantee that you fill your bucket with success? And let's say success is symbolized by water. Okay, so how do you fill your bucket? How do you make sure that you succeed? So, here's the way I look at it. You want results, and results are signified by the water coming out of the water pump. Now, how do you make sure the results come? Sometimes you try really, really hard, but no matter how hard you try, no water comes out or only a few drops come out. So what's the reason for this? The reason is you have not been pumping long enough. So a lot of people understand the concept of working hard, but what many people fail to understand is that you need to work for long periods of time before you can see the results. The reality of hard work is this. Sometimes what's going to happen is you're going to keep pumping this pump, but no water is coming out. And so you think all your effort is wasted. But what you don't see is what's going on below the surface. So let's take a look of what's going on below the surface while you're working hard pumping this water pump. So what's happening when you're pumping the pump is that you're building up pressure, and that pressure is slowly moving the water up higher and higher through the pipe. Now you, being all the way up here, what you see is an empty bucket, and you see yourself working, but you don't see any water. And so you think, my effort is for nothing. But really, if we look under the surface, the water is building up as long as you keep pumping consistently. Now, what happens to us in the real world is we work hard for a period of time, and then we look to see if we get any results. And when we see that there are no results, what we do is we stop pumping. And what happens when you stop pumping? If you go under below the surface, what happens is the water level starts to drop and drop and drop and drop. And the longer you stop, the lower the water level drops. And what that means is that all your previous hard work goes wasted. And then maybe a week later or a month later, you say, you know what, let me try it again. And then you start pumping again. You start working hard again. And then again, you don't really see results. But under the surface, unbeknownst to you, the water is coming up. But maybe you try a little harder for a little longer. But then once you reach here, again, you don't see any results. And so, unfortunately, you think, oh, this isn't working. And boom, again, you stop pumping. And then once again, the water level starts to drop. And so then you come to the false conclusion that I'm not good enough. And this is exactly why so many people fail in life. The thing you need to understand about achieving success is that it takes hard work plus it takes effort for an extended period of time. You need to understand that even though you're pumping, you may not see results immediately. You may have to wait a while, but rest assured, if you're working consistently, then what's happening under the surface is the pressure's building and the water's being pumped. And eventually, if you keep having faith, even though you don't see any evidence out in the real world, if you know that you're doing your work, all you need to do is show up every day and give a consistent, honest effort every day and work and work and work. And then one day you'll see that the water starts flowing and then you start filling your success bucket up. So this is why consistency is the magic key. So work hard, work long enough, and be patient. Although the results initially are invisible, eventually they will break the surface and success will flow to you. So work hard, have faith, be patient, and the results will be yours. This is Jati Jones. Take care.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for that. Before we do close, if there's any distributors or guests that have any questions, uh, just let us know in the chat, or you can ask the question, unmute yourself and ask. We've had quite a few interesting sessions. There was a lot of information that was shared today. So if anybody has any questions or comments, you're welcome to post it or unmute yourself and say it. Nope, nothing. Okay, so thank you very much to everybody. I see someone unmuting themselves. Coulson.
Sorry, that was an accident. Sorry.
No worries. Thank you very much, everybody else.